Hello and welcome to Gardening and Allotment Tips, hosted by Gardening with Ben. If you've not checked out Gardening with Ben podcast, make sure you check that out, as it's my main podcast channel and there's over 100 episodes to listen to on there, so sit back over this Christmas period and have a listen to all them episodes if you've got a chance. See how many you can listen to in a day, and I've seen quite a few people try and listen to them all. So yeah, plenty of episodes on there for you to listen to. But this is our second podcast channel where we share 5-minute episodes of gardening tips and advice on what to do, really. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about getting started next year, as it's coming to the end of the year now. We're getting towards 2020, so it's a good time to start looking in garden centres and getting ideas on what you want to grow for that year, because it can be hard deciding what you want to grow and how much space you have to grow these vegetables and these fruit plants. And if you go in some garden centres now, they'll have all the fruit bushes, as now is the perfect time to be growing them fruit bushes, as obviously the soil is wet and the roots can take. So now is the perfect time to be planting fruit bushes and fruit trees. But looking at the seeds, always have a look on the packets as well when they are ready to be sown. Sometimes they can exaggerate, because it can't obviously to say for the whole of the UK when's the best time to plant them. So the best time usually to plant them is when it starts to get a bit warmer, and never go right at the beginning of the dates, it always says on the packet, because it can be sometimes too early to get started with some, and sometimes the plants do catch up and they do start growing. It's same for tomatoes really. A lot of the packets still say start them off in January, but I tend to personally start them off in March time, because they do catch up. So a lot of times you can start them off a bit later than what it does actually say on the packet. But it's always good to try something new as well when you're growing stuff. Try growing something that you probably wouldn't even try growing because you think it might be too hard or too difficult, or it might just not be the right climate in the year. But always try something new, and that's what I tend to do. And sometimes you can get good results from stuff when you're trying it yourself from new. And I grew some melons a few years ago, cantaloupe melons, and I did really well with them. And then last year I didn't do very well at all, just because I didn't have the time to keep them watered. So trying something new is always good, and sometimes you find a variety where it tastes absolutely delicious. And the same can go for Brussels sprouts. There's plenty of different varieties out there, and some that are really, really tasty. And I always try Brussels sprouts on Christmas Day, and I actually enjoyed them this year. They were tasty. So whether they were a different variety, what were on my plate this year, never know. But I actually enjoyed the Brussels sprouts, and they were nice to taste. So sometimes trying to grow different varieties that you have tried before, it always goes down well, because some varieties can be a lot nicer than the normal varieties that you usually try. So push the boat out, have a look around, make a list of all the things that you want to grow this year, and give them a try. And you never know, you may like the different type of variety, or you might grow really well at something what you wouldn't think would grow. So challenge yourself, enjoy it, and that is the whole point of gardening, trial and error. And if you don't try it, you'll never know. And what's the cost of a packet of seeds? Sometimes it's only like between 50p and £1. So you might not be wasting much money just giving something a try. So let me know how you get on. Always send me a message on Instagram if you want to chat about anything and any ideas. Until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep gardening, and keep listening to Gardening with Ben podcasts.